Hey, I'm Tammy, and I posted a couple of weeks ago on Facebook around your story around money. And what does it mean to you? Where'd your belief stem from? And some people said, I was told that we didn't have any money, or at a young age of 5, they said money doesn't grow on trees. And so sometimes you wonder why people say that they're going to have to work till they die, that they're never going to get to retire. I had a question asked of me about why I'm asking and what do I do. And I love working with business owners. I know there's a whole bunch of you that have your own businesses. A lot of you are incorporated and have been in business for more than a couple decades. And I'm always wondering about how you get money out of your company. And the way I like to do things are through insurance. A lot of you say, like, I don't need insurance, I don't want to talk about it, and I get it. The only thing is that insurance products are the only financial products in Canada that are ending up being tax-free when they come into your company, or at least coming out of your company at a business tax rate, which is around 12% right now in BC. So I love putting buy-sell agreements together and key person agreements and setting up succession plans. And a lot of people say, I'm never quitting my job. This is my company. I'm gonna work this forever. I'm not ever retiring, Tammy. So, and that's great. So what if you put a policy in place and you've got all this insurance, and so yeah, it's like Murphy's Law, nothing's ever gonna happen. Great. Well, you have an ability through an insurance contract to have money grow inside of it and tax defer. So I'm just saying, use the money that the account says you can't take out. You know how the accountant usually says, don't take any more than $60,000 a year? That's fine. So you give yourself a T4 income and keep yourself in a nice tax bracket. That's good. But how about if you put 20% of that, the money that's sitting in the company, the revenue, the money that you've worked so hard for, why not put it somewhere where it has a chance to grow, tax deferred, and in 20 years, you've got some money for your retirement? Or what if, God forbid, something does happen, and then at least there's something for the company to still move on. It can still keep going, and employees stay employed, family stays working there, and they still can run a company on their own. But what happens is sometimes if you don't have that insurance money, a company with a couple partners, 3 or 4 partners, will have to put the business up for sale, because once one partner passes away, there's something called an instant disposition. It means that CRA wants some money. There was a certain deemed value that was on that company, and basically that tax needs to be paid forward. There's a capital gains tax, and within 6 weeks, CRA wants their money. Makes sense, but it's not that easy when something happens. Or when one of the owners or partners ends up with a heart attack or stroke, cancer. If there was a critical illness policy in place where some insurance paid money into the company, tax-free, then there's that ability to hire like 2 or 3 people to do what you do, because nobody can do what you do, so you probably need a couple. But then there's $200,000 or $300,000 that goes in there that can cover those expenses. And what about your own need to spend time and money on getting better? I'm just saying, why not ask the questions? It's been a really difficult time for people, I think, over the last few years, feeling hopeless, or just that if you just work hard, that in the end it'll work out. And sometimes I think it's not just about working harder, it's working smarter. So it doesn't cost anything to call and ask a question, and I have a lot of resources. I have people who are tax specialists who work with me all the time, and tax accountants and tax lawyers. And I like to work with your lawyer or accountant, and just to be able to be on the same page and let you know how to get some of that money out of your business, or how to spend money expanding within the company more tax efficiently. Anyhow, that's what I use insurance for, and some of the guaranteed investments are some of the other pieces that fit into this puzzle. But call me, ask me about these questions, send me an email. It's on my website. Thanks.